machine. Imagine an earthquake's awesome power harnessed as a weapon of mass destruction. Some believe that Nikola Tesla, the maverick genius and rival of Thomas Edison, may have discovered a way.
The Tesla earthquake machine was a mechanical oscillator, which is basically a machine that produces vibrations. And by producing these vibrations, the machine could be made to resonate with different structures.
Our top-ranked strange marvel is based on the principle that every substance, when stimulated, has a resonant frequency. If the frequency is matched and amplified by an outside force, like the oscillator machine, any material can be literally shaken to pieces. The destruction of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge in Washington in 1940 demonstrated this principle. The winds whipping around the bridge hit just the right frequency, causing the steel bridge to sway violently in a rhythmic pattern that finally broke it apart.
To demonstrate the power of resonance, we're going to see what happens to a wine glass as it vibrates to its breaking point. First, I'll start the glass vibrating and use a microphone connected to an oscilloscope to see what frequency the glass vibrates at. I'll then set that frequency on a signal generator, which is going to play it back through an amplifier into a speaker. Because the glass is going to be moving more than 400 times per second, we will be using a strobe light in order to slow down the motion. Now, this is going to be loud, so I have to wear some protection. As the vibrations increase in intensity, the glass will start to move more and more, and eventually it can't take it anymore. So as I turn up the volume, the glass will break. So what we saw was like a mini earthquake, and Tesla's earthquake machine would be able to do this, but on a much larger scale.
In 1898, Tesla claimed to have created an oscillator with an adjustable frequency that was no bigger than an alarm clock, and wrote of an attempt to use it on a building under construction.
In a few minutes, I felt the building beginning to tremble. 10 minutes more, and I could have laid it in the street. And with the same device, I could have dropped the Brooklyn Bridge into the East River in less than an hour.
Stories persist that later experiments with the device went alarmingly out of control.
There's a legend that he started up his little oscillator, or what some call the earthquake machine, and he started vibrating lower Manhattan. And the call went out to the police department, and the police came running. They were pounding on the door. They broke into his lab, and they saw him with a sledgehammer smashing the machine. The switch got stuck. He couldn't turn it off. And he almost brought down some buildings in the neighborhood.
We may never fully distinguish reality from myth about Tesla's bizarre oscillator, but the unanswered questions give this marvel a mystique that no other entry in our countdown can match. It, and the other odd finalists we selected, express a fundamental truth. In the world of innovation, the only rule is that there are no rules. Weirdness will always have its place in the march of technology, for those bold enough to march out of step.
Is story